Yeah. Based off its own and capture wealth and capture gold, and then you wanna see me so based off its own caps are sold, and then the caps are cold, and then I see nothing but the caps and cold. I see nothing nothing cold and nothing cold and nothing cold, and then I'm nothing nothing cold, and then you act fast and cold, and then you fast and cold, and then you wanna say like I'm fasting, and then you see the belt gonna stay part of its own Orion's belt, rock defines and belts, and then you see nothing finds to its own sway, pat the phrase, and then a pat the crate, and then you pat the crate, back to crate, and then I'm back to crate, and then you back to everything and going through this acid. I understand my left eye so lazy, the list of taser days and 10 taser days and 10 days of days and taser phase of phase and then taser phase and then taser phase, right to fit the phase and look to my own round eyes, then slant eyes and then rantifies and then rantifies and then I had to rantifies and then I ran to cantifies, ran to cant and then I'm gonna see it going dip into the street fire, going with the oil to the deep fire, random fires and around the fires and then around the fires, then you couldn't see around the fires and knives and then wires and knives, and then you wanna see me coming like I'm fucking liar, right? A buyer, then you wanna say going to the straight briar bush and briar to briar bush and briar to fire bush and then fire to buy the bush, fire to buy a fire bush, and then you wanna say what the fuck is going through this ideas and hook, looking through the ideas like a flea that can do ideas and flukes and then the ideas and flukes and ideas and flukes and then the ideas and flukes. I die deuce and then I die a deuce and then ride deuce and then you wanna do through this ideas and deuce and hope deuce hoot the roots and then you wanna say oh my broad of ideas and when I came from the piggies call me rooter, pot of a rooter, even though I'm potting a rooter, a potting a rooting a fruiting a suitors and suitors and tutors rooters and suitors and booters rooters and suitors. Oh, it might have to fucking suit up just to get myself a looter up, hold a rooter up and then I'm rooting holding up and holding rooting up, rooting up palm trees coming down but and then I palm trees. Sitting through the pumpkin trees, and then I pumpkin cut the trees, then I pumpkin cut the trees, and then I pumpkin oh, putting Do you understand when I speak it so fast? I'm putting ras, putting going like a Putin do the ras, putting fast like a straight up swap of meat. So I'm swapping meats and then I swap the meats. I'm putting fast, and then I pass the beats and then I see it like a straight here. So you know what? You don't need an exclamation part. Just get my own pasta feed, and then pasta feed. Then roll it around like a straight pasta. Then I have to fucking put it in your mouth, and then I put it in your mouth like pasta feed, pasta feed, and pasta masa feed. And then that's a rasa feed, and then I like a rasa feed. Oh, lots of toxic feeds, and then toxic faster feeds. Going back, found the back of found the back of cracked crowns, and then ideas. You look at ideas to the crown. Manta Gouda, even though like a straight Gouda, quite a bit of Rudica, cutting a rooting a dope. And I remember this own girl, I fucked her. Her name was Gutrid. Hoot to fruit, the root to sits, and then who's to them, and then you root to them. Hoot to flukes to them, and then you see the flukes to me, and then look to them. Oh. So, do you know? Yeah, I hope everything's for sale when I gave this everything for free. Every fool wanna think they know everything about me. Do you know what everything about me? Chronic fees, crowding fees, crowd a doubt the fees, and then you wanna say like you're part of sitting down to its own Democles, and then talks of glees, and then talk and all those. You just spreading out this own pesticides and disease. You want the fleas and hold back. Just give me the fur, back the fur, and then you back the curd, and back the curd, and then I have to back and everything just to sit this back into its own a curd. Don't you own a curd? Don't you owe curd the ideas that look? But you want this money back. I understand when the money didn't give you matter of fact. When the money came back in acts, and then attacks of facts, and then the packs of facts. You're like a Xerox. It's like 1975, and then you want to push 20 years just to get that 905 arrived. So we arrive, and then a lot of people go to their jobs straight, going like a straight 9 to 5. arrive, and then arrives, and then arrives aside. Then you wanna arrive, and then you wanna decide. Then I look into the ideas, and then you look to the arrive. There's a lot of pain coming from you when I look at you, Boogie. Not the boogie from you, from the west side. The boogie coming from east side too. There's boogies coming from this boogies, even though you realize you couldn't see what you shook in me. You wanna say the shook to me, just you wanna say the shook to D, and then the shook to D, and shook to creeds, and shook to the ideas, and then we set the ideas to straight degree. You know why they're afraid of us? Because we went to the idea of what it was, straight penitentiaries, and then they wanna say, you know what? I punched him so hard, he got his own dentures and these are dentures, and then dentures. And dentistries, and then densities, and then you want to make the ideas because it's not density, densities, and densities, and then densities, and then you pencil densities, and densities, and then a density. So I give you straight parentheses, lentities, and then I lend the D, lentities, and then I bent the bit the fees, ever freeze, and then I have to be like Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, even though you want the Scorpio. Come over here, come right over here, right over here, and then over here. I'm so dead over here, but dead over here, the dead over here, and then I have to say, you know what? You like the terror, you want to sell everything from the soil to the oils and boils and soils and doughs, and then the toils and oils and soils, spoils and coils, and then you coil back, roll the boulder back, and then I have to roll it back, and then I held it back and load it back, and then I see this old magnetic and code it back and code it, fold it back and coding back, and then I never hold it back, I load it back, and then I shoot it back. You never like my recoil, because recoil coming back, I'm like a 301 of holding ones, fuck the zero, I got my own one, holding ones, and then holding sun. I'm gonna fucking suck her asshole like she was this only one, a holding ones, holding tongues, and then a holding comes to guns, and then holding cunts, and then she realized she wasn't the only ideas of what I look at could be to the fucking cunt. It's just straight from the ideas of Japanese. She just straight sushi to hold the sushis and hold the fucking fushis, and then she wanna say that I never go back to diffuse to D, holding hues to D's and hold the fuse to D's. I never diffuse the D's and then hold the fuse to D's, so I hold the fuse to D's. Oh, hold next, and then sizzle it back, sizzle the his alerts, and hit the glyptic lurs, and hit the glyptic curs, and then hit the curd, hit the ideas, and then you never see the block blow up, and then occurred, back the curd, and mat the fact occurred, mat the cat occurred, and then you wanna say like I never occurred, batting occurred, batting a writing a catting occurred, and then I'm matting occurred, and then I'm matting a batting a fur. If the Dr. Dre doesn't like me when I drink, and he wants to see me when I'm sober. If the Jay-Z doesn't like how I'm rapping when I'm sober, and then they don't like me when I'm unsober, then I don't want to fuck with them, because you know what? This is who I am. I'd rather be who I am and standing tall. What I do and standing cold, the better call. I'd rather stand tall who I am. I'd rather be who I am than be who I am, and then who I am not, then hold their hand. And if they don't want to hold my hand, I'd rather them not hold my hand, but I would love to learn from who they are. I would love to learn what they're doing, because if not, if I can't learn from the musical ideas, the instrumentals, that I'm going to the instrumentals, the kennels, the settles, the battles, then you know what? Let me just learn your story, sir. And if I can't learn your story, the part of its own authority, part of its ideas, a part of its own according, I just want to be part of its own speaker of the own of every day, a part of it, oh, you don't understand my raps, so holding ideas and holding erratic facts, and holding ideas and holding erratic facts, like straight cataracts and holding erratic facts, but I have only astigmatism, so I see so far. Putting on running apart, putting on running, or even on putting on ideas that could say, oh, raw, holding running, putting apart, the man putting, running, oh, guard, on straight, like a straight, calling right fakes and ideas that like a straight on guard. On guard, and conning, running, fighting, running, fighting, running, fighting, running, fighting, running, fighting, running, fighting, running, oh, coding, getting, petting, if you want a part of its own ideas, you want to sell your own ideas, you want to sell their own ideas, of hiding, running, fighting, old ideas. It's a part of the ideas that you want to sell, baby boy. Part of the ideas that you never sold to yourself, baby boy. You know what? I guarantee you, when this on Google gonna upload this stream, they're gonna make myself going with this eye crooked back, holding back, and like a straight holding back, and then I'll hold him back, and holding back, and holding back, and holding, I'm holding her back, I'm putting, I'm running up, holding her back. But no, you understand how we playing with this shit? Matter of a fact, potting and running a packs of gas, and potting a lots of cast, and then you wanna say, you know what? Give them the gas, and then hold the gas skid, let the oil gas sit, and then once a flicker go on to the ideas of fires, the pies of pyres, and pies of eyes, and ties of dyers, and ties eyes of yours. I'd rather be nameless than be the nameless one, and then sit with you going like you're saying, like you've been this only one, holding ones, and then holding ones, and then you're only holding, you're stroking, you're only one, holding duns, and then holding fucking sons, holding sons, and then you see yourself like you're only the ideas through its rolling sun. I hold yourself, you're never gonna see. Wiz Khalifa, I look at you because you only gonna hold your son when you play the submission like me, hold a submission like me, holding session like me, holding submission addition like me, because I see the addition, and then I play the idea because I added some but no addition. I hit the addition, delicious, and so the delicious, and so delicious, and then you see this yes, and then the this yes, like a straight Ulysses, yes, holding this yes, and this a bitch. Yes, and then you wanna say playing like you never missed it. Yes, you never couldn't hold him back because you never missed it. Kendrick Lamar, I know you're holding back, I know you're sitting so far, but you know I'm playing with this shit, holding, missing shit, holding. I wish it's gonna be straight hand-me-downs. I come from the thrift store, holding with them, hit the fours, I hit the crit the chord, hit the ideas. You're gonna say you never hear me while I'm strumming on these chords, and then you kick the fucking chord, holding chord, holding chord, and holding chord, holding chord, and then you wanna hit the board, hit the sword, and then I hit the ideas. I'm gonna grab the sword out like straight Excalibur because I was the rock, holding rocks, holding knocks, and then holding lock, holding knocks, and then you wanna see yourself because you know what? You're too hot, and I play with J. Cole, he's too cold because I want the straight in the middle. I'm like straight Goldilocks, holding mocks, and then holding mocks, and then I say mocks and toxin, and then I'll say I'm playing like a moxie. I never doze off because I live in both your words, but if I doze off and hose off, and then you hose off like they hose us off, when you realize you want to say you're black because you know what? You're not a nigger to me. You're not a black person to me. You're a human to me. You're not an Asian to me because I have the Asian eyes and slanting eyes. You're not a white person to me. You're much more. You're not a cracker, but they will only say N-word. You're not. When I said that word, you wanted to say it was racist. It's not racist. You know what makes me sad is that you just want racism into it, and then you're like Inuit into it, and then into this, and then into gris, and then you want to integrate through this and interest through your own interest, and then into this, and then you want to integrate interface. You're not a nigger. You're so much more. I love you so much, Kendrick. I love you, Kanye West. I love you, Jay-Z. I love you so much, and then I love you too. And I know you want to say when I love you too, because we thought of genocide. But when they look to me, when I rap into these own ideas to a straight degree, what are gonna think about me? This own idea with Asian eyes, with this Indian eyes from the sacred soul, with this own flashback from this own Hispanic, Abanic, Satanic, ecstatic, and then ecstatic, then a straight back, and then I look to the ideas, and then they have a little piece of my white soul. But this white soul came back, and white souls came back, and then I came back, and then I sat back with you. They called you a nigger for so long, and why did they call you that? Why'd you call you that? Why did they call you back? You're so much better than this. You're not a word to me. You're not a word to me. And then they defer to you. And then you know what they do? After straight February, they jump to the Asian, to the very hate. I don't understand. Is it just like 1, 2, 3, and then once the 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3? Just after those 1 to 3s, 1 to 3s, and then 1 to 3s, and then 2 to 3, 2 degrees, and then they say, you know what? You just 15 degrees off. You don't understand this idea like a scran to this paper to this degrees off. Hold the degrees off, and then degrees off, and hold the degrees off, and then I see nothing to the degrees and off. You're not a nigger to me, but understand when they say nigger to you. I understand when you're looking at me when I said it. I understand. I don't want you to understand, but they said it. And you know what? It don't matter if they see, because I sat in the jail cells. I understand where you're coming from, because I said it back and listened to so many through the straight conundrum. They were saying it back and forth. A lot of people wearing this own swastika. And then when I looked at him, I saw the swastikas, and then swats to us, and then they swat to us. And then I just want to say, they don't deserve to say that word. But when I say this word, I say this word. Don't let that word hold you back. Don't let that word hold you back. Don't let it hold you back. You're more than that. You're just better than everything. I wish everything was for sale, but everything could not be for sale, because if everything was for sale, then everything could be for sale, and everything part of its own parallels, and then part of its own parallel, bury the fails, and part of it, even though you're part of the very ideas, and then you felt. It was not ideas. You were never ideas, and then you ideas, and then ideas, and ideas. You're so much more. Just one day, I want you to understand. I'm singing this to the rappers because they understand. I'm not singing to you fucking crowds. I ain't gonna sing to fucking crowds. I'm singing to the artists, and then Chris. I sing like the gliss. I don't sing the artists. I don't sing the artists, and then you say nothing but until my back twists down and break like a straight ideas to the very diss of a broken record. Best effector, and then a mass effector, and then I'm like a straight mass effector, a best effector. I hope my shit is so cheap so you can listen, because I'm so not affected. So anyway, she told me she hated the fucking purple blue. She hated the blue She hated the purple blue purple. So she's singing back, and then she's gonna say she winded back, holding like she's swinging back. Everything in common D's like a straight a heart attack. I gonna see it in my own dream. She's swinging it back. She's gonna spin in circles like she gonna say, like she gonna see the ideas that see it so purple. And then you understand, you call me like the straight black king. Why do you treat me like I've been this black king? I'm black in things, I'm black attacks as things, I'm black attacks of everything, and then everything, and then I make the things, and then I see do its own infection, do this breaking things. I'm not pressure cracks, I'm like this glass that I'm breaking to your own very home. I realize you're gonna spread it like the concrete. I'm talking you Kendrick Lamar, the straight Kung Fu Kenny, the penning a reading a fitting, penning a reading a fitting, penning a reading a fitting, a reading a penning a reading a fitting, a reading a penning a reading a fitting, oh penning a reading, oh setting penning a setting, menning code, penning a reading a setting a code, penning a reading a foe. I don't want a good time. I want you to show me where your hatred's at. I want to understand what your hatred at, because I know your hatred's somewhere. You want to act cool like me, cold like twos, and then you want it cooler, and then you call the lulers and call the sulers, and then the hula hoop around in circles like a hula looper. So you concur, the concur, the concur, the bet the cutting a cur, mending a cutting a betting a red, a betting a fur. Then you want to say it a fur. J. Cole, you never want to pay a hula hoop. You want to give myself like a preaching method, like I'm sitting in church, hitting search, and then I have to sit down, and then I play this with the straight lucky me from Google, from where I search and memory merch, and then I heard the bird, and then I look at what you're doing like you're selling your straight fucking merch. holding back. I see nothing to disown the bird, and then not known, and then I'm not adding another appers, not dappers, and then those adapters. Napper captors, a factor captors, dactic raptors, the maptors, the factic raptor, the raptor, natic factor, that's the factors. I know how I change, but I look at the factors, back to factors, the factors, the back to factor mactors, the factors, the factor raptors, the factor captain actors, and factors, the factor battery. Then you want a battery, the satchet, and that's a lasset, and then I'm like a satchinellities, and delities, and delities, and delities, and delities, and these and then another these and then these and then these and then I tell her these and then my melodies, and then you see it straight going like a straight up melatonin. I'm gonna be blown like you. If J. Cole can be my same color in the same season, the reason, the season, these and the season, reason, the season, the fees and seasons, the season. And then he realized if I was sitting when I worked so hard with the straight Mexicans, Kendrick Lamar, would you understand us? That we're not black, we're Mexican too. We're sitting with this Mexican, with the Mayans and Aztecs and Aztecs, and then the straight ideas, when the ideas are straight. Aztecs do disown Spaniard, the Panyards and Panthers, and then ideas of Spaniard, and then you wanna see, even though you see Spaniard, so they twist for gold and twist the code and twist the code because they wanna go rush, and then they say only silver, the hip of flurs, and then hip of flurs and hip of furs, then a tip of purrs, and then a tip and flow, dip and flow, hip and pose, and then a hip of cold, and then a hip of cold, and then you realize I'm not mad, I'm not cold, I'm not fire, I'm not cold, I'm just a metal that you wanna see into its own construct.